Spend all my money on expensive
How can I help you?
Hi, how's it going? I'm just calling about an offer I submitted on Saturday on a property that I viewed on Friday, and I was expecting a call back yesterday but I haven't heard anything. I just wanted to see if there's any updates, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, of course. You are through to the central team, not the branch directly. No worries, sir. Take care.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Do you know what? Every time I've called that estate agent, I get put through to the central team because the office has never once answered the phone. And then they have to chase the office, and then I have to just hope that the office calls me, which doesn't seem to happen. So if you're an estate agent watching this, if you're busy, just call back straight away, I get that. But this whole central team shit, it doesn't work, in my opinion, from what I've seen. It just doesn't happen. Like, I never get the call back, so I'm gonna have to call back until they answer. Okay, rant over. I'm gonna call another estate agent just now, see what's going on.
Agents, unfortunately, we're just on the other line at the moment.
973. Thank you. Agents aren't answering. I'm wanting to get an accepted offer, and I'm wanting to view another property, submit an offer. Come on, you got a hot lead on your tail. So I hope I get these calls back, man. I hope I get these calls back. It's funny, like, I would love to be an estate agent where you get hot leads just left, right and center. You know, people just itching to buy. Damn. I done a practice dry run of me doing a networking pitch, or not pitch, talk. Because my first ever networking talk, like as a guest speaker, is gonna happen. Like yesterday, I was like certain that I was gonna bottle it, and it was just a dry run with me and the host, and I was terrified, man. And it started off pretty shaky. Here's a clip. I'll show you a clip of the dry run. So that's exactly how that went. You can see I was a bit shaky. I was looking at my phone and stuff. I was like really nervous by standing up. But what I did notice, right, watching it back, whenever I went off the slides and started like adding bits or talking like off script per se, I was so much better. Because right now I'm not following a script. Obviously I'm not following a script right now. And all of my YouTube videos, I never write any script or even plan what I'm going to talk about. I just riff. And I find that a lot easier to do. So I went through the whole presentation, and it was like 3 lessons that I wanted to teach people from everything that I've done. And then I found out, or realized that I got some tips from the host, and I realized that, okay, there's a better way to structure this. So basically I'm going to make it one long story, and it's going to start earlier this year, where I was at my absolute lowest, and it basically complete rock bottom. You'll see it when I release the presentation, because I'm going to record it and put it on the channel. But complete rock bottom. I had never ever been worse than that mentally and in any capacity. Anyway, basically that's where it's going to start. How I got through those times, because it was directly affecting the business as well, because it was problems in the business that caused it. And then my journey since then, and how I got to where I am today, you know, where it's arguably better than ever. So that's what it's going to be. And throughout it, there's going to be like stories, little nuggets of information. How, okay, I got this offer accepted, but how did I find that one? And I got these clients, but how did I find them? And you know, it's like, it's one long story, but it showcases the journey that I've been on, the experiences that I've had, the lessons that I've learned, and I'm basically showing exactly how I've achieved what I've achieved. Okay, so it may seem like I'm bigging up myself, and I get that, but at the same time, I am fucking proud of everything that I've been through and the people around me that have helped me, you know. And I feel like for my first presentation, for all of the presentations, because I've got a second one I've been asked to do in November, I want them to be one of one. You know, I was going to do the Alex Hormozi approach, where it's one thought per slide. Like, I have 80 slides in that, and it was going to be one thought per slide, bam, 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 like a machine gun of information. However, I found that I'm naturally more like the Jordan Peterson side of things when I went to see him. He has a topic. I'm going to discuss this topic, but he has no idea what he's going to say. He just goes out there, and in real time you see him working through the topic and discovering and realizing and learning and, you know, going through the topic in a unique fashion. So every show is a one of one, and I love that. I absolutely love that. So that's what I'm wanting to do. I'll be like, okay, I want to tell this story, and I want it to have this ending, and I want to have this impact. Let's go on a journey together, and let's go through it together. And you'll see me in real time thinking and realizing and problem solving and, you know, telling it, and I feel like that's how I get the actual emotion. That's how I'll actually be able to convey the story in the most raw, authentic way, because that's what I want to do. So each event is going to be different. However, I want to make sure I want people to go home with the right value. I want to get my brand across properly. I want to showcase my service, but also tell stories throughout it, because that's how I feel is the best for me. And if it's the best for me, then I'll get the best outcome of the event. All right, that was a long walk for a small drink of water. So as you can see, I could talk a lot of shit, and I feel sorry for the people that are going to pay to do it. I'm only joking. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, man, because on the drive home, I just opened the voice note app, and I just talked and I talked and I talked, and by the end of it I was like, holy shit, I've got something now, and I can really get behind it. I'm really excited to share it. So this is the biggest fear I've ever conquered, or going to conquer. I've skydived, traveled the world, everything. I've done huge things, but this is the number one ultimate fear. So I feel like if I do this, then it makes me feel a lot more comfortable with doing it, you know, because I've got to have the audience in mind, but at the same time I've got to make sure that I put myself first to make sure that I get it across properly. So if you're going to do something like this for the first time, I haven't done it yet, so I can't give proper advice, but what I'm discovering along the way is talk about something that you're passionate about, that you can really get into. And yes, you don't have to just constantly be looking at the slides the whole time. You can just literally be you know, getting into it. That's what I somewhat advise, man. All right, let's crack on with the day. Oh wait, oh no, I just had a call from an agent and they hung up. Is that an offer accepted? Who knows? Hiya, how's it going? I just had a missed call from you guys. It's Scott McPherson. I think it's about an offer that I put in.
Which property have you made an offer on? That's not one of our properties, that's not.
Oh, sorry, I got it mixed up. Sorry, yeah, I got it mixed up. That was my mistake. Yeah, I'd just like to book a viewing on it, please. Oh, mate, do you ever get that when you get the agents mixed up? Fucking hell, I feel well bad. That was so awkward. Oh, it's because I'm calling that many agents. I can't keep up with which agent is which, you know? And I'm like, do you have this property? That's not even one of our properties. Sorry, mate. Book a viewing then. Let's do it. All right. Let's crack on with the day. Are you ready to see a beautifully painted property? All right, let's do this. So we are in the double ensuite downstairs. This is pretty standard stuff. Nothing too crazy, but it is looking pretty. All right, nice and clean. Does what it needs to do. Then we've got this. Oh, it's better in real life. That's my opinion. But I hope you can see. You'll see on the sexy montage, don't you worry. Into the kitchen. This is a 6-bed HMO Project Sun. You can see it all starts to coordinate. You're seeing the wall units up there, the base units down here. So we're going for green, like a cream, earthy tone, and white. You're going to see that throughout. So, door here. This is the wall here, the feature wall, where the bed is going to go. And this is another double ensuite. Through to the ensuite here. And back out here. Don't know if you can pick this up well on the camera. I really hope you can. The ceiling is a different color. All right, let's go upstairs. Now this client is based in Dubai, which is really interesting because look at what they're getting done whilst being all the way over there. This is the hallway. You can see, obviously I like these colors. Look at the jumper, look at the branding. I am in love with this. This is my favorite so far. I am not afraid to say that. Look at this. This is one of the studios. There is the kitchenette there. That's actually a studio green, right? It's really hard to pick up. It looks like a blue, but in real life, it does have a green tint to it. And that's like where a desk is gonna go. And you got one side of the door here, painted like this. The other side painted like that. Beautiful. On to the next. Can you see the hallway here? I think I should have showed you. God. In here, very neutral tones throughout. The door is a bit bougie, but we're keeping this one somewhat neutral, you know? There's the bathroom. This is another studio, as you can see, with the kitchen and the bed going over there. Awesome. Now let's go up here. I think I said 3 studios, 3 double en suites. Estimated to earn around 50 grand a year on this one. Now this is the loft conversion. Drop the floors. Floors were about that high. Drop them. L-shaped dormer. And now you have this L-shaped dormer room. The feature wall there, more earthy tone. And the kitchenette here. I am in love with this design. I'll be honest, because it's even the details. You can see the door frames and skirts. Same as the feature wall, you know. And then you got the ensuite through here. And then you got that studio green around here, where the desk is going to go. All right. I think if I put the lights on, you'll be able to see how pretty it all is. There we go. You know how it is. Let's go into the final room. Oh, look at that. Look at the colors. The door on both sides is green. How bougie. But then it sharply goes to the cream. And then you got the studio green down there and the ensuite tucked behind the stairs through here. But look at how beautiful this is, man. How beautiful is that? That's where the bed's going to go. Really happy with this. Really, really, really happy with this. All right. Now, I know I'm going to go to another project in a bit. I'm going to go to Project Madagascar. I'm meeting the lettings agent there very soon. And we're going to get the ball rolling on getting the rooms rented out on this one. I've got the same lettings agent on 3 of them, by the way. This one, Western, and Madagascar. So we're getting the ball rolling on all 3. However, your boy's going on holiday tomorrow, so there's not going to be much content coming up. Going to Turkey, not for the hair, not for the teeth, don't you worry. But I want to talk about, should you work whilst you're away or not? Wow, that's a fun topic, Scott. I know. However, it's a bit of a polarizing topic because like so many people have actually said to me, don't take your laptop, don't take your work phone, just have 10 days off. And I'm like, but that's the opposite of what I want to do. Like, I don't want to work all day when I'm there. I'm with my family and stuff and with Lauren and, you know, we are going to have a lot of fun together and do stuff. But I love doing this. I love working. Yes, there's shit things that come up in every job, but I'm literally living my dream, okay? And the thought of not doing it for 10 days sucks, you know? Like, it doesn't make me feel good. I don't want 10 days away from this. I don't want 10 days away from, you know, managing everything. So, how am I navigating that? I am going to be doing like in the morning and in the afternoon, like 2-hour blocks or something, catching up on everything, doing everything and making sure that everything's on track and staying involved, still looking for deals. Like, you know, I can still go and write with stuff. I can still book viewings and stuff, you know, submit offers. I can still do all of that stuff. And could you imagine the feeling of getting an offer accepted whilst you're in the sun on holiday? Ain't that something? Like, when you end up doing something like you actually love doing, it doesn't feel like work a lot of the time. Even though it is work, it doesn't feel like work. You know, lifeguarding for me was far harder than this because I was just sat staring at a pool. Like, my brain was rotting, you know. I love doing this, so I want to keep doing it even when I'm away. And that's a dream that I've always had because there's a fitness influencer that I used to follow back in the day, Christian Guzman. And I remember one time he went on holiday and he said he cannot wait to get back home, to get back to work. And I was like, I wonder what that feels like. I wonder what that feels like. And I already know that's what I'm going to get. So I want to take my work with me, you know? And I always wanted to know what that felt like. And that's now at the stage that I'm at. And it's just a blessing, you know? So if you are doing something and you're working on something, you're working hard and stuff, and you want to go on holiday, there's nothing wrong with going on holiday, taking a break. I respect it. Like, I don't understand why people say you should never take a break, right? However, you'll end up finding that you want to take your work with you, you want to continue doing the work because you love doing it. A day not doing it feels shit. And people see that as a toxic thing, but they associate work with pain. I associate work with passion. Like, this is what I enjoy doing. So it's easy to associate it with pain because your whole life you're doing jobs that you hate and you're working really hard for someone else. So therefore it is painful because no matter how hard you work, you're staying at the same level or you're making someone else richer, you know, and it's really difficult mentally in that sense. So I think it's important that if you are self-employed, if you are doing your own work and you can have the opportunity to do it whilst you're on holiday, it's amazing. You know, a lot of people don't get that opportunity to make money whilst on holiday. You know, I mean, one offer accepted, one deal sold over there, that pays for multiple holidays. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but what I wanted to say was just, it's always been a dream of mine to want to take my work with me and to look forward to coming home to continue working. And I really hope that you get to that stage. Right now, it might feel shit what you're doing and you're struggling and you hate it and it just feels like you're getting nowhere. But trust me, you are going to get to that stage where you're addicted to doing it and you can't not do it. And when you get to that stage, that's when you start surpassing everyone. That's when you start seeing all the progress that you once dreamed of, you know, because that's the stage I'm at. I'm literally going through it right now and it's just euphoric and I don't want to lose that momentum because I feel like once I get momentum going, I'm just going to keep fucking going and I don't want to stop, you know. So I think that's important too. But yeah, man, it's a dream come true to want to work whilst being away and to look forward to coming back to my work. And I really hope that happens for you too. So yeah, passion is a word that's thrown around a lot. Property was my passion, but I've ended up falling in love with it. I would never have gone through what I have been through. It's been absolute mental and emotional torture. But because I love this, look at this, like it's just amazing. And because I love it, that is why I go through all of that to the point that now I can't not do it. And I look forward to doing it. I look forward to creating these YouTube videos. I look forward to putting in offers and going to viewings. And, you know, admin days now feel great. At the end of an admin day, I have more energy than when I started because I feel like I've done so much work and I feel like I've achieved a lot. I've got a lot of dopamine and adrenaline. Doing the work gives me energy now. And I really hope that happens to you too, because it took years to get to that point. 5 years, like 5 years ago now, I found my love for property in Australia, 5 years ago. And now it's like happening. So it can take a lot of time. I don't want to romanticize this. However, that's what I'm feeling right now. If you go through all my other videos, like I'm going through hell a lot of the time. So you can literally see in real time the amount of work that you need to do. And I only started like 4 years in recording YouTube videos. So let's go to the next project and finish it off there. I hope I record something. If I can't, you'll get a montage out of it. And then maybe a little car talk as well. Come on.
All my money on pretty things, diamante shoes, and all these diamond rings. Yes, I spend my money on these fancy cars, on a Jack in the Box, and old trips to Mars. Yes, and I ain't got no shilling left for me. Spent all my money on expensive clothes, on a mink fur coat, then I bought a house that goes. Yes, I spent my money on a swimming pool, on a lot of things don't think I'll ever use. And I spend my money on these pretty things, and I ain't got no shilling or left for me.
All right. I hope you enjoyed that wee montage of Bridge Street. There was lads there, so I didn't want to walk around, and I met the lettings agent, so I'll talk about that basically. We're about 3, maybe 4 weeks out, okay? So what do we do 3 or 4 weeks out? A couple of things is get the lettings agent across for the first time if you're going to be using a lettings agent. Walk them around the property, explain to them what's going to be done. You know, painting's coming up, kitchens have been installed, you know, like with the end's in sight. So walked around with them. I've used them on all the other projects. They're bloody brilliant, and I really like working with them. And just explain to them, look, it's going to be 3 studios, 3 double en suites. This is the location. They know the location. They've operated in it. Basically, it's just to touch base, walk around the property. What do they think the rooms are going to rent for? Like get things started on those side of things. So for my side of things, McPherson Properties, I work with clients and I build the portfolios for them. So they'll touch base with the client and just get them onboarded, you know, get the documents signed, get everything done. So when the project is done, furniture's in, it's staged, everything's ready to go, we've already got like viewings happening, you know, viewings are happening. And then when the valuation takes place, that's when we, I think there's smoke coming off that lorry. There is smoke coming off that lorry. What the fuck? So when the valuation takes place, we want about 2 or 3 minimum ASTs, so tenancy agreements in place. What the fuck? There's like loads of smoke coming off that lorry. I'm gonna let him pass me. I did not like that at all. Get away from me, by the way. Get away. Like, because I think it's his tires, and they could burst and like swing right into me. It's mental. So that's the lettings agent side of things. Done the site visit. The kitchens are installed, as you can see, and the end's in sight, man. And this client, she's itching to get it rented out, refinanced, and another project underway. And she's bringing her friend, and she's wanting to like start this and get a project underway. You know, she's intrigued. So that's exciting for a few reasons. One is client is wanting to do multiple deals, already wanting the next one, very happy with the service provided, which is fantastic. But 2, not only is she wanting to do another herself, she is recommending this service out to her network, and they're interested in doing it themselves. So it's referrals, which is like hugely important. It's like a big testimonial. That's like as big as it gets, in my opinion. Yes, like a Google review is nice, but when someone recommends your services after working with you and puts their name to it, like that's huge, because when you recommend someone, whether you like it or not, you're putting your name on it, you know. And people may say, oh yeah, let's say you recommend a plumber again, you think I got something against plumbers, and the plumber does a really shit job. The person may say they're not angry at you, and they may well not be angry at you, but like subconsciously they may be angry at you for recommending them, and they may reduce their amount of trust they have in you moving forward for the time being. Whether it's intentional or not, that's it. But if it's really good, they associate you with being good, and it's great. Like, and that's just a little thing, a little tangent there. This video might be clunky, might be a long one, might be a really short one, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go on holiday. I might record one out there and see what we got going on, but I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe. Peace.